Hey guys, welcome. So this is the last of the signs that I'm doing for this month. This is Gemini. I don't even have to guess anymore. So anyway, while I unravel these cards, I'll explain. There's jewelry right here in front of you. What I usually do is at the end of the video, I share with you the specific message that comes with the jewelry you chose. So choose which one you like. I have this black cloth so you can see it better. This is gold with green and coral. Got this. Got that. Alright, keep that in mind. We'll keep going. I use Egyptian Cartouche cards. These cards are hard to find just anywhere. A deck of used cards is about $300. What I appreciate when I work with these cards is that they do use the symbolism accurate to what our ancient brothers and sisters saw day to day in Egypt. According to the symbol, they do have specific hieroglyphs on the corner of the cards to protect the potent energy of said symbol on card. So without further ado, Gemini, let's get this going. It's taken me a while because some things was happening in between. I cleanse these cards in a special way, and I haven't been able to cleanse them the way I wanted to. So, here we go. I'm going to channel Gemini, and then I'll let go of the cards. Got 6. Beautiful. Alright. So I'm going to do the 5-point star spread facing you, the viewer. The 5-point star spread is essentially the overview of whatever situation needs to be discussed. I will explain that in a minute after I finish shuffling these cards and laying them out. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gemini. Interesting. Okay. I have fun really when I do these readings. All of these symbols have stories to tell, from what I've been learning more and more recently while I haven't been uploading videos. So let me just explain. This is the book I use from time to time. And the star spread, as I've explained before, is a general overview of the situation. I'll show here. So this is how we do things. Nature of the problem, situation, or question. Cause of the problem, reason for asking, point of interest, factors to be considered, solution, comment given, end result, outcome. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Alright, so first off, what I see here in the nature of the problem, situation, or question is we have water, but we have reversed water, meaning ungrounded water. Water represents the emotions. It could also mean the subconscious mind to some degree, subconscious things, events that we have repressed or kept in their well. So in this case, to have it reversed in the nature of the problem, situation, or question, there seems to be a confusion on the emotions, confusion about the emotions. There is emotional turmoil probably. Usually when water is reversed, that's usually the message that I get is there is this uncertainty of the emotions. When we have upright, the water is grounded. As you can see here, the water is grounded, so there is a proper identification, not even identification, but the perceiving of the emotions and absorbing them, letting it go with the flow. And here, it's not going with the flow, so let's look into it. Reason for asking, point of interest. Here we have Isis. Isis is the goddess of one of the aspects of nurturing. I say one of the aspects because When we're talking about deities, they're not just one persona. There's always different sides and personalities to them, just like human beings. So in this case, I am getting a sense of the reason for asking, for whatever reason, has to do with this nurturing quality. So interesting here. I'm going to go back to that because Isis can mean a lot of things. It can mean abundance, it can mean nurturing. I think this is something to do with not just abundance in the material realm, but abundance with the relationships that we have. So here we have emotional turmoil or confusion of the emotions, and in reason for asking. So situation, reason for asking is like stability and abundance in relationships and the nurturing that we get. Interesting. Factors to be considered, we have reversed Set. Set means chaos. Now, I've been getting this in the readings leading up to before 2020, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder why all of the readings I've been doing have been having this and factors to be considered, until I found out later that it was predicting global turmoil about the virus, the pandemic, a bunch of other things connected to that. But in this case, in your factors to be considered, the fact that it's reverse, what I'm getting here is that things are still in a chaotic pace. So don't really expect much in terms of planning. I'm sure we all learned that, but it seems very specific. Seems very specific to Geminis, because if we're talking about the situation about having this confusion of emotions and factors to be considered, it's not necessarily internally. I mean, yes, it is internally. Emotions are internally. It's not just like the problems internally, but there are problems externally that are aggravating the situation. And it's just stating the fact. Here, the advice or comment given, we have reversed Anubis. Anubis is the guardian. He is the second generation Egyptian pantheon. I personally really like and appreciate the second generation of the Egyptian pantheon. And what I'm talking about when I say the second generation is, I mean the sons and daughters of Isis, Osiris, Set, and Nephite. So he is the bastard of Osiris and Nephite. He is the secret that they wanted to be kept but could not any longer. So he is the guardian, as you can see, of the underworld. He is also not just the guardian of the underworld, he is the guardian of the secrets. But I wouldn't even say that, because even though he is guardian of the underworld, he was a secret that couldn't be kept, and he is out in the open guarding something. I wouldn't even say he's guarding secrets, but he could represent just that. To have it in reverse in the comment given is a very interesting comment that I'm getting here. So, to overview, we have the confusion of the emotions about the situation. The reason for asking is this understanding of the nurturing qualities of the relationships around you, and also the abundance that you have. Factors to be considered: external factors are aggravating the situation or whatever it is that is bothering you. It's just stating that. And then here we have reverse Anubis. I'm going to go ahead and consult the book. I know what I know about Anubis. I appreciate what the book has to say on the matter. There are always words that come up to me at the right time. So, okay, sometimes we meet those people who appear to belong to a different age. They have lost their way, as it were, and have landed in the wrong time zone. Such people are often totally unable to adapt to modern life and conditions and consequently exhibit symptoms of either antisocial behavior or complete withdrawal from the world. Question any advice and keep your own counsel, says Anubis. Interesting. Okay, so here we have protection. Here we have this. So what I'm getting specifically in terms of this spread is, I like what the book just said. Give your own advice and keep your own counsel. I was getting this kind of message, but now I'm going to say it clearer. This is a time for you to observe your surroundings. This is not the time for you to share verbally the details of whatever it is that you are doing or that you are thinking about, because right now is the time to where you realize many things. That's what I understand now. Anubis realized many things. So in this case, to have this in the comment given, you're going to have revelations about people, about situations, and in this moment in time, it's wise to stay quiet, to be discreet. Beautiful. And in the conclusion, we have Uraeus. Her other name is Meret Seger. She is the silent goddess. She is the wise goddess. You would say that she's the counterpart of Athena. Athena, who was also the patron goddess of war. In this case, Uraeus is more like, she's not necessarily the goddess of war, but she's the goddess of justice. So interestingly enough, the fact that I have it here as the outcome or the conclusion is interesting in itself, because she represents wisdom for me. So overviewing the situation, we have confusion of emotions, reason for asking, understanding the nurturing aspects of the relationships around you and the abundance. There are external factors aggravating the situation or anything that is, concerning you. Anubis, you're going to have a lot of realizations, so make sure to be discreet at this time. You may have an antisocial behavior already, but it's just telling you because you're following your instinct, you're following your gut probably. And leaning towards all of these inclinations in terms of this situation, we have Uraeus. So you have the wisdom to look around you, to observe everything around you, just like what I was kind of telling you here, to observe everything around you and to then act. Because she is the snake in the sense where she stalks, she sees, and then at the opportune moment, she strikes. There is a justice here that it's also letting me know. There is a certain justice, but it takes time. Okay, beautiful. All right, beautiful Gemini. So, concerning the jewelry that we have here, if you chose this jewelry is represented by the deity Orula, or in other words, Ifa. So in this case, the message that I have for you from Ifa is following your instinct is so important at this moment. Following your instinct, your gut, understanding these premonitions that you might be getting. Okay, so something that I'm going to do from now on is, after getting a message from the Yoruba deities, I will take the time to thank them, and I encourage you, viewer, that if you chose a certain jewelry that has the message that resonated with you or not, whatever, it doesn't matter. The importance is that I really hope you take the time to send a thank you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, however you want to put it, to the deity in name. So in this case, Orula, thank you so much for your message. Okay, and here we have the colors of Uraeus, Meret Seger. These are her colors, brown, green, and black. So in this case, the message that I'm getting, interestingly enough, how this was the conclusion, the message that I'm getting is a specific one. I don't know why, but what I'm getting specifically from Uranus is don't talk about it. Whatever it is that you have to say to someone right now, or I don't know, it's this message of please do not speak of the matter. Wait until the time comes to speak of the matter, but now is not the time. Thank you so much, Uranus. Thank you, Merit Sacred, for your message. And here we have Oshun. We have Oshun, beautiful, beautiful Oshun, Yoruba goddess of the river. So in this case, what I'm getting for as a message is it's time to clean out whatever grudge you have. She's saying to forgive, because as a deity of the river, in this sense of forgiving, you would then be welcoming fresh water to clean, like to come by and clean whatever it is that needs it. So there's stagnant water is what she's telling me. There's stagnant water inside of you, and you need to clear that out so that she can come in and fill that bitterness with the sweetness. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Oshun. Okay, so guys, so fun reading for you. I'm really happy I got to do this before the end of the month. I will be coming out with videos of other content, not just zodiac readings, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. May you please go in peace. Goodbye.